Hello everyone, my name is Hilda Rosario and I am in the meetings and convention class. Today I had to actually do the video presentation and I did choose two articles that explains the future trends in the event world, and I really enjoyed reading these articles because I'm not really creative, and to see how these event planners are so creative and they think outside the box is really interesting to me. For instance, I learned that since they're so creative, they're thinking outside the box. They're adding fireworks to these events. They're adding laser shows, for instance, Cirque du Soleil shows. So they're doing all this to capture the attendees' attention, something that they're always going to remember. Because I mean, come on, I've never been to an event where all of this is happening, where you're actually learning and enjoying yourself. So I think that's really cool, and hopefully someday I'll be able to attend one of these shows. I also learned that a lot of this information on the article go hand in hand with the textbook. I did find information on page 54 to 63, which talks about unusual venues, such as venues in tents and theaters. And in the articles, I did notice that a lot of these new events are being actually placed in an outside setting where there's music, there's food trucks, which is pretty unusual to me, but it's cool. It's good. It's a good thing. You know, that's all part of innovation. That's what young, especially millennials, want to see. So I find it really interesting. I also saw a few facts in the articles that are really going to help the events industry, because right now, with everything that's going on with the world, safety and security is imperative. And right now, they're actually adding cybersecurity. So measures of adding cybersecurity is actually mandatory in the inclusion of like planning an event. So now that's something that they have to add just in case, because you never know. I also learned that for attendees that can't travel, if they can't go outside of the state, all you have to do now is just put on some, they look like goggles. You put on these goggles and it's going to feel like you're actually there if you're actually attending the event. But from these goggles, you're actually visualizing it. You're able to see everything that's going on. You can listen and it looks like if you're there. So I think that's really cool how they're doing that, you know, for these attendees that can't make it. For instance, if you can't make it because of an emergency, because of time off of work, this is something that's really going to improve, you know, the amount of people that can actually attend these events. So that's good. To conclude, I was able to learn about all this, the adding in more security, how they're upgrading the facilities to capture, like I mentioned before, the attendees' attention. So I really enjoyed this, and hopefully someday I'll be able to attend one of these events also, which are actually in the area of in Long Beach, California. So a lot of this that's happening, all of these changes are happening in the West Coast, and hopefully soon it'll come over to the East Coast. Thank you.